Good morning, everyone. My name is Teresa Conroy-Roth, and you're watching the latest episode of Lightning Leadership. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about today. I can't even tell you. With me today is Tonya Webb, one of my all-time favorite people, a woman in leadership and tech. But today we're going to talk about her and her new book. So Tonya Webb, welcome. So excited to have you on the program.
Thank you. I am super excited to be back, and such a blessing always talking with you and connecting, Teresa, because I love to share tips and tricks and all the things. But I always, when I come on here, I learn something as well. So I'm super excited.
This is your second time. And so Second Timers Club, it's all good. So you've written a book. Tell me about writing a book and the inspiration for the book. Tell me all about it.
So I am, besides all the things that I do, I'm a corporate girl, I'm a director, I'm an entrepreneur, I am a coach and a mentor, and a trainer and speaker. And I love all of the things that I do. The biggest passion and joy, one of the biggest passion and joys in my life is seeing people grow, helping people grow and supporting them. And, you know, I had a little bug in my ear. I feel like I got a little tug on the Holy Spirit. And this just says, I need you to expand your reach. And so I was thinking and kind of praying and trying to understand, like, what does that mean for me? Because as I connect and talk to people and help them to understand their self and their strengths, and I literally, Teresa, see their growth. I see them getting jobs. I see them getting promotions. I see them becoming stronger. I see them becoming more confident. And I'm hearing this little voice in my head saying, grow, reach more people. And so I was literally sitting in a coaching session, and I was talking with a mentee, and this light bulb just came off, and it said, be you. And I was like, I said, hold on, time out. Let me write this down.
Yeah.
And I wrote it down, and I thought about it, and I just sat with it, and I said, okay, I've got to do something with this. I don't know what it is. And I don't know how long it was later, but it came to me what be you actually means. Because I talk a lot just in my daily walk about a bee, like an animal, a bee. And did I talk about it in terms of pollinating and pestering?
Okay.
Think about it. That's what a bee has the propensity to do. It could go to the flowers and pollinate, and it could transfer its strengths from one flower to the other to promote growth. In addition, it can pester.
Oh, it does. It does. Yeah.
And so we, as human beings, have the dual ability to do both. Or unfortunately, there are a lot of folks out there that pester more than they pollinate. And so I said, okay, that's what I'm trying to say. And so I broke it down into the acronym BU, which is bring energy every day. That's the B.
Love it.
The U is yes, you belong, affirmation, right? Affirming that it's okay for you to be in that room. Own the space that you're in and use your strengths. So that was like the foundation of the BU series.
Love it.
And I worked for 2 years to push out a lot of the exercises in the homework. I'm known for giving homework.
I know.
If I see you and we're talking, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to give you homework, give you assignments, and I'm going to hold you accountable for that. Yep. And so I came up with this series that started off as one book. And there was so much content in this book, as you can see. There's so much content.
That looks like 3 books. Is that 3 books?
It ended up being 3. It ended up being 3. And
Love it.
it was a pretty cool because this one is to be you is to see you. To be you is to know you, and then to be you is to grow you. And they are very, very, very intentional books when it comes to just walking through how to get from 0 to 100 within emotional intelligence, within leading with your strengths and finding out who you are, understanding your energy guardrails, understanding who's around you. And the most important thing for me is it's not just a prompting series. It's not just like where you have like a sentence to say, tell me about a time, X, Y, and Z. There are intentional chapters within each of this 3 journaling series, which gives you content and context, teaches you about each of the subjects. Like intentional mindset. What does it actually mean? How do you do it? What do you think about? And then it gives you the assignment. Then it tells you, yeah. So that's why it took so long.
But it's awesome. So as you looked at, this was a couple of years you're taking. I love the acronym for BU, by the way, and I love the intentional thought leadership that you're putting in, and then the reflection period of that, and then the homework assignment, right? Of writing down and spending. It's not I don't think it's one of those quick series, right? It's the time of finding the quiet time, finding the time for self-reflection, right? And then ultimately your growth, because I think, we're running so fast. I know you, I know, the lifestyle, I know the workload that you put on yourself, as well as raising 4 kids, 6 kids, six kids, you have 6.
Yeah.
It's a balance, right? And you're constantly trying to find those moments, but this is intentional.
Yeah.
It's self-helpful. I'm looking forward to reading it over the holidays, because I will have 4 days to myself. That's right. I have 4 days to myself.
What a concept, right?
And a clean house. It's going to be great. 4 days. It'll be great. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to, reading the books and doing the exercises, or at least starting the exercises over the holidays.
It's really interesting to me, and thank you for that. I'm so humbled by that because your time is precious. And so I thank you. It's interesting to me that when I meet people, they say, I'm an empathetic soul. I love people and
But you are.
Thank you. But it's a growth thing for me. You have to stay in the growth mindset. And I think about myself, 20 years ago. And I thought, honestly, Teresa, I knew who I was. I thought I did until I started to understand that I didn't. I thought I was leading with empathy. I thought I was being intentional. I thought I was bringing my authentic self. And a lot of people don't like the word authenticity, right? Like it's one of those words that people are kind of like on the fence about. And for me, authenticity just means using your strengths. So whenever I meet people and I work with people, I always ask them, my first question usually is, who are you?
No, that's real. That's real.
And it stumps most people.
It does.
It doesn't matter who you are. You could be I don't know, you could be a teacher, you could be a counselor, you could be an executive, and it stumps the heck out of people just to think about a short elevator pitch of who you are. And truly who you are is just really the strengths, innate and learned strengths that you're leading with and you're passionate about and you're confident about on a daily basis, and we struggle. So how in the world are we able to look at bringing our strengths personally and professionally if we have not done the work to try to figure out the basic self-awareness of who we are.
Well, and I think sometimes it's a situational kind of scenario, right?
Mhm.
Because you want to bob back and forth. And I always worry about, what else is someone going to think? Whether I'm talking to, one of our conversations, or if I'm in a room full of senior leaders, or if I'm talking to my sisters, or if I'm talking to, someone that's here at the house for a contractor for whatever reason. And I think at that point, you're just like, how can I, rather than owning my own truth, right? Then it's how do I make, because this is my people pleasing concept, how do I make you feel comfortable with what I'm about to say, as opposed to, or what filter can I put on? Yeah, we went there. What filter can I put on to make you comfortable? So I know I have a big personality, right? I just love it. But I do. And so trying to filter that in such a way so that I give you what I think you need versus, just saying, hey, this is who I am.
But that's a beautiful thing, because that is the platinum rule, right? They talk about the golden rule and the platinum rule.
Tell me about the platinum rule.
The platinum rule is treat people how they want to be treated.
Good.
But the beautiful harmony in self-awareness in the platinum rule is, you know who you are, you know the strengths that you possess. But what you're doing is when it comes from understanding what you want to say and then it traveling from the brain and out the mouth, right? You're filtering to who you're speaking to. And that is treating people the way that they want to be treated, rather than the golden rule, which is old and antiquated. Treat people how you want to be treated. I'm a very direct person. You know this, right? And if
I love that about you, because I am too.
Right. So we can talk very directly, very candid. We're a little snarky and won't take things for, very personally. But if I'm talking with someone else, and I think this is what you're saying, when I'm talking to somebody else, I want to make sure I'm very cognizant on the behavior that I'm talking to the person, right? So I want to make sure that I'm talking to the person in the way and the manner in which they can understand me and my intention and my motive, rather than offending them. But that does not mean that I'm not leading with my strengths. What that means is just I'm communicating to someone in the way that they want to be communicated with. For me, I see you here. You're very, very self-aware. You don't change between your personal and your professional life. You're funny, you're confident, you're passionate, all of professional, articulate. Come on, I'm here all day.
I get you.
and that, Teresa, that does not change.
No.
But there are people out there that vacillate between trying to understand who they are, and they take on the characteristics of whoever they're around.
Oh, no.
Because they don't understand who they are at their strengths. That's why the first journal series is to see you, because it focuses really on understanding who you are. And understanding your strengths. And we have a lot of techniques throughout the journaling series to get you to the place from a 0 to 100 to really understand who you are.
Tonya, I am a better person for knowing you. I am so delighted to have you in my friend circle, and you live so close to me. I love it. So I'm gonna kind of wrap it up here with regards to where can people find your book? They can find it on Amazon. I know it's available. And then if people are interested in continuing the conversation, they can find you on LinkedIn.
Yes. So if you go to Amazon, I am using my maiden name for authoring. So it's Tonya Tere Webb, W-E-B-B. You can find my author page. You can find all of the journal series here at Amazon. And you can also find more about the journal